I love your hat.
Do you? I was trying to be very incognito about it, and I just wanted to, pretend.
How long do you think everybody would have not noticed the pink hat on your head? I mean, you wear it well.
Well, I'm supporting our women for Trump because I don't think they get enough clout.
Heck
So,
yeah, man.
we need to stand with our women for Trump. And I'm also supporting Texas because I kind of want to move to Texas.
Well, you know what they say. Who comes from Texas, right? Was on Full Metal Jacket. You know what comes from Texas? Only steers and queers come from Texas. I probably butchered that line. Well, anyway, welcome to TikToff Conservatives. That's how we're going to start today's show.
Right.
It won't be quite as long. That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
But well, that's because, guys, I know everybody out there would listen to us like on a 24-hour, like 7, like drip. I get it. Like an IV that you need to survive. But we have lives too. We have families that depend on us and need us. So as much as we want to be here 24/7 for you, we just can't. That is until we get, picked up by a major syndicated, show. And then we get to do this full time. That would be great, right?
That would be amazing.
Which is a great segue, Anthony, into what's happening to us right now. And how do we get noticed when the platform or the platforms that we use hold us back intentionally? Like, it's not that our stuff sucks. It's not that our content is bad. It's that our content is conservative. How true is that?
It's true. And a lot of our followers, have reached out and they're like, listen, it's because you're obviously doing something right. It's because your words matter. And when things are truthful or factual or they matter, or they're making an impact on thousands or millions of people, they want to silence you. Off with their heads. So we are trying to build other platforms as creators to make sure that we don't go anywhere. We're not doing it for our own, we're not like, oh, well, I don't have clout on, TikTok anymore, so I'm going to go to the next app. No, we're covering all of our bases because we want everybody to be able to find us. I mean, I truly, truly, truly get lifted by our followers. Wouldn't you say the same?
Yeah. I mean, well, so I still have my job that I go to. I work in a lab. Dude, you left your job. Like, you just, like, you're doing this full time.
Yeah.
So they are literally screwing with your entire livelihood.
Yeah.
What you built on.
And a lot of creators, I mean, merchandise, podcasts like this, monetized. We're being monetized on other apps. So it's like, I don't have time to go to a normal 9-to-5 job, but I was just telling you today, it's like, I actually work more now, and I don't really see it like work per se, but we do have apparel now online. So we're packing, shipping, receiving. We're doing all of that ourselves. We've now become a small business. So that's an all-day affair, all the time, 24/7, doesn't stop. I'm tech support, I'm packaging, I'm receiving, shipping. That's all us. And on top of that, we get those death threats, and we get
Anthony's so popular that we were shooting on his phone, and he's got some stuff going on. So, like, it is what it is. But now we're not on the phone, so it shouldn't happen again.
Right. And, I'm sorry, I was getting calls from Tokyo, Japan, like all.
But that's it. We were talking about big tech censorship and all that, and that's what it was. It was big tech. They heard us. They heard us say the keywords conservative and like freedom and all of and Constitution, and then all of a sudden, like, our YouTube channel just goes.
Right. Here's the thing is, apparently, if you're wearing Trump gear in your videos on TikTok, they will make it go against community guidelines.
It's so asinine. It's like, okay, let's just like rewind like a couple years, not a couple, but like, when Obama was in office, you could wear his hope and change. You could wear any, like,
Bush, anybody.
yeah, Bush Reagan shirts, anything
Right.
like that. But you can't wear Donald Trump stuff. You can't wear stuff supporting. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I don't understand what the absolute venom and hate that the left and the media and everybody has for this man. I don't get it. Do you?
No, I really don't. You know why I don't is because I could understand if the guy did not come up with policies that supported certain communities, but he's literally done more for, the lowest unemployment for a Latino and African American, the First Step Act, which single-handedly, dismantled the crime bill of 1994 that Joe Biden put in place. Opportunity zones. The list goes on and on and on. Low drug costs for people battling HIV and AIDS. So that's for the gay community. Creating a Trump Pride, an outspoken Republican gay conservative organization by Grinnell. One of the one of his cabinet members that's gay that no other administration besides him had in his administration. Like, it's just mind blowing to me because it's not like he's doing anything that was anti anything. If this was any other president, like I said before, I mean, they would be dropping floral wreaths off at the White House steps. So what was it? Like, where did it?
It makes me think, and as much as like you can't say it on TikTok because I'm already on Media Matters, right? As Boomer Justin is like the new
Yeah,
Alex. I'm the new Alex Jones. It's all
right,
about the sex frogs, Anthony.
right.
But like, yeah, because I spread election misinformation. I take, like, I don't know what's happening and put it out there, and then and if I get the whole like Q and the QAnon and the conspiracy and all this stuff, but like, where does that end? Like, if you can't talk about QAnon, well, then I guess we can't talk about Bigfoot. I guess we can't talk about chupacabra. I
Alien.
guess uh, aliens. We can't talk about what's an ancient alien show, right? We can't talk about the magic bullet theory with JFK. Like, why is it that they're so afraid of QAnon and so quickly like wanting to label it like conspiracy? And here's the thing. The way I see conspiracy is I see conspiracy as thought. Like, if you have a thought about something, there's nothing wrong with that. If you think something weird is going on, it doesn't instantly make it some conspiracy theory. Conspiracy was coined, do you know by who? The term conspiracy, the CIA.
Hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? So like, anytime they wanted to label something that they didn't want out there, it was like, okay, well, we'll just slap the word conspiracy on it. That way anybody who associates himself with that is therefore crazy and out of touch. And I don't consider, do you consider yourself crazy and out of touch?
No.
I don't consider myself crazy or out of touch. At least I don't, I mean, maybe everybody out there watching the show is like thinking something else, but like, I don't. I think I'm a very reasonable. I'm a scientist. I work in a laboratory. That's what I do. I use the scientific method. If I have a theory, I try to disprove the theory. I don't try to
Mm-hmm.
prove that my theory is right. That's not science.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, that's one reason I think that the left in general hates Donald Trump, because maybe he is taking on the central bank, and the central bank, we know, runs everything. It's like,
Yeah.
and that's on a global scale. And if Donald Trump fights the central bank, right, and we have true freedom and prosperity, and we cut the cord with that central bank, other countries are going to see that too, and they're going to want to cut the cord. I'm telling you,
I, you
it's
know, I
there's more than meets the eye, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I read something today where they said that this is literally a global coup. I mean, he's trying to, and it's being unveiled now. And I think that, all conspiracy aside, I think that he tried to unveil this for the last 3.5, 4 years. And it's just happening on its own now. Like, the cards are starting to fall and people are starting to realize things. And, with voter fraud and worldwide coup and
voter fraud's not real. You can't say voter fraud. It doesn't happen. You can't say that, Anthony. The integrity of the election is primo. It's impenetrable.
Yeah, no, not true. Fake news.
Fake, total, bigly huge fake news. It's the thing, though, is with voter fraud, man. Like, didn't they rail us in 2016 for Russian collusion and all that stuff?
Yeah,
that's and they're literally questioning the integrity of the election. And now in 2020, it's how dare you question the integrity of the election?
Yeah, well,
makes no sense.
And here's what's funny about it too, right? Is they're like, Biden's your president, accept it. Oh. So you want me to wait a minute? You spent the last 4 years crying ugly crying because we have videos on the streets, burning, looting, shooting, saying you're moving to other countries, doing, celebrities doing videos beheading the president, Hamilton doing video, Hamilton in the streets doing things where they're stabbing and assassinating the president. That was fine. Because if it was Obama or Clinton, would have been arrested, incarcerated, and thrown in a jail, throw away the key. So it's like, so what's good for the geese is not good for the gander. Isn't that the saying? So because now you want us to accept it, baby, we have to accept it. But for the 4 years, you didn't want to accept it, and that was fine because you wanted appreciation trophies and you wanted to cry in the streets and have piñatas of Donald Trump and hit them in the middle of Times Square.
I almost feel like you're talking condescending to me, but I know you're not. That's that voice that if you're ever talking to Anthony and he starts sounding like that,
the baby.
Yeah, they have Trump in the diapers and stuff and all that stuff. I'm like, dare I say the word that they said in 2016? Resist.
Didn't you tweet #resist?
But it's not. What's that?
Was that you that tweeted #resist, or was that?
I might have on something.
That now.
I will.
It Biden. Well, that's just it. It's like, okay, so now that means that I can behead Biden in a video. That means I'm allowed to, if he's president, which is not over yet because the electoral college has not voted yet. I don't know if you guys know how it works, but I'm going to. Okay,
cool. Our people do, but the haters that are watching don't.
Right. So we're just here to inform you. Just the very informative, there's a little blip at the bottom.
By the way, 1.2 thousand followers now on the old YouTube and climbing.
Oh yeah,
you guys got to watch the full episodes too, because if you're not giving us full view time, full listen time, then YouTube's just going to cut us off. We're going bye-bye.
Are they not?
I don't think they are.
Why?
They're not watching. I don't know why they're not watching us all the way through.
Maybe they're too long.
It's terrible. That's what she said. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're watching.
Why would you scare me like that? It makes me feel like people don't like us. I have like complex. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we're allowed to do all that stuff now, right? If he's the president, we can do all that. I just want to make sure that I have it down.
Yes, and bloody severed head of Joe Biden. Yes, all reasonable. And then when you get called,
starting to measure,
and then when you get called out on holding said severed head, when you get called out on it, then you can just blame it on the suffering and the mental strain that Joe Biden has put on you. And it's not your fault that you're standing there, tasteless comedy with a severed bloody head.
Right.
It's all because of the person that they made you do it. You had a breakdown.
Yeah.
Woe is me.
Yeah. It's Biden derangement syndrome.
If for anybody who doesn't know, we're talking about what is that hack comedian's name?
Kathy Gifford or something.
Griffin.
Oh, that's it. See, I didn't even know her name. Is she relevant?
Kathy Griffin, right? Because
Or
Kathy Gifford was from the show, the morning show. What?
Oh, she's not Carrot Top. They're two different people.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Carrot Top, Kathy Griffin. You know, actually, and I don't know what his political persuasion is. So if you're a conservative Republican, Carrot Top, I apologize.
I'm not sorry.
He went from like goofy, funny looking to like scary steroid, like plastic surgery.
Like face has been doing sit-ups.
Like the doctor is like, hey, Carrot Top, like this type of injection is really used for like your butt. And he's like, I don't care. Stick it in my forehead. I want to have a butt head.
But where is he though?
I don't know. I think he's still
around. He woke up and he was like, hi!
He used to be on all the greatest shows growing up. Like he'd be like a guest on like Full House or a guest on Family Matters or
very like that.
You know, and then he just, I don't know, Hollywood got to him. He just went cray cray. I don't know.
I mean,
old Carrot Top. So here we are. See, this is what we do. We talk about censorship. We talk about severed heads. You know, oh yeah, but that's what we're talking about. I gotta go back to that. I always talk about it, and then I forget it and we go on to something else. But Kathy Griffin, look it up. Back when Donald Trump was elected, she had a severed head of Donald Trump, like just bloody, and she had the knife, and it's like, and people made excuses for her.
Excuse me, Boomer, are you flexing every time you do that?
Like, no, I wasn't flexing.
Because I'm looking online where to find tickets for this show.
Okay. I wasn't flexing.
Ladies, if you're looking for...
Now I'm flexing.
It's like a frog's leg. It looks like a calf.
I've been putting in work, man. I've been putting in work.
Listen, for our Spotify listeners and our, Apple podcast listeners, if you guys want to see this, you'll have to go on to YouTube and see it because it is the gun show like no other. Okay, and then he's got his little hot twins shirt.
I'm striving. Yeah, I'm trying to be like, freedom. Yeah, Hodge twins. The Hodge twins are like, their voice and Craig Long are like Craig Long 45.
Yeah, I know.
They're like the same people. Like, I feel like
he's like embodied their spirit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I feel like he's like, yeah. Did you see that video, the Craig Long one that I did?
Yes, but you have to see him do it in person.
But I came up with that. I came up with that saying, you can't spell triumph without TRUMP. Trump 2020.
If you see him in person, like he's like it'll be all quiet and he'll be like
you go to meet him for the first time, be like, hey, I'm Craig Long, and he gets real close to your face. Trump 2020.
That's what he does. He's an awesome dude. You got to follow him too.
But with the holiday coming up, Thanksgiving, right? So like your state has just gone into like major lockdown, right? Like all over the place, like locking everything down.
Listen, my brother's wedding was just canceled. We are devastated. And I made a video about this today on TikTok. I'm actually curious to see if they've actually let it go. Because 89,000 views. So
nice. I'm glad you can get 89,000 views. I'm lucky to get over 1,000 right now, if that. Dude,
That
they got me pegged. It's bad.
oh,
Oh, it's bad. But
um,
anyway,
well, and here's the thing is that like you're creating more devastation for people. Family businesses, family restaurant businesses here in the Chicagoland area, they said that if they lock down again, they're done. 50 years worth of work out the door. And it just, I said it earlier. I said, say it out loud. Like, say the words. You are not allowed to have family over. You are not allowed to spend family with Thanksgiving with your family. You are not allowed to spend Christmas with your family. Say it out loud. Does that dictatorship sound normal to you when you say it out loud? Well, we're saving lives. Oh, we are. So the mental health issues that are going on in homes right now, people losing literally cannot feed their families, okay, on a virus that is 99% curable. Like it's not
survivable.
curable.
Yeah,
The
the
death rate
mortality rate is less than 1%.
less than 1%. We're losing our houses. People are losing their jobs. People are losing like that. That's okay to you. That is. I almost want to have one of these people that think that that's okay on. I almost literally ripped a girl's throat out at at a restaurant downtown Chicago a couple weeks ago. You
So
think
now, so now you're like MacGruber,
yeah.
ripping throats. MacGruber.
And she goes like this. She gave me the tab, and she and these people, I'm telling you, these people that got these masks on, I mean, they're like, they're full out masks. Anyway, you can't even see their face. I mean, it's almost, So, Jimmy, my husband, he goes, I'm so sorry that you guys are dealing. I mean, you could be so much busier right now, right? Right, right. It's like this big.
Covering your whole face.
And she's like, well, that's okay. Our governor's doing a great job. So, boom, instant lib, doing a great job of shutting it down. So I go,
Flip the hat around.
I said, you're okay with that? I said, you're okay with not working? She's like, well, it's not a big deal. This is the third job now since COVID. And I'm like, okay. I said, so you don't care that people's families have lost their lifelong businesses for it? She goes, that's what I said, can we take her tip back? That's what it feels like to live in a socialist country. Give me your tip back.
Can we untip, please? Thank you.
But she shouldn't get the tip.
No.
Because that's how it's supposed to be. That's my money. Give me my money.
That's
you don't
right.
get money for this.
But that's what they want. That's what Justin Trudeau talked about. The big reset is what they're calling it.
Oh.
They're taking the lockdown, they're taking the virus as the opportunity, and this is not like some conspiracy. This is what Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, said, that it's an opportunity for a global reset. And the reset that they want is socialism. Like, that's what they want.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Joe Biden is like, Thanksgiving, he's like, 5 people, no more than 10 people. And I'm like, yeah, okay, please. I dare you. And there's like, but in your house, as long as you socially distance, as long as you're wearing the mask. I'm like, on Thanksgiving. So we can't
pay my mortgage.
We can't go to church. We can't we can't celebrate Thanksgiving. We can't but they want even families to just like sequester themselves into their own homes. Like, I don't know.
Sit on the driveway, they're saying in California.
Except for essential workers. I mean, we talked about this before the show, but like the word essential was kind of brought up in a specific film when it came to like essential workers, and that film was Schindler's List. So it all comes full circle. Like they're the ones that actively call us fascists and Nazis and all these
they're being fascist and they're being Nazis.
They are exact, and we don't even have to call them that. We don't have to insult them and call them, because bigotry and fascism, it's like intolerance of other viewpoints. It is exactly like that's what they're doing.
Right.
That's
why I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
You are entering the Twilight Zone. I just, in the back of my head, I could hear the that part right after the do 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 do, where it's like I can't even do the noise. It's
Is
like it's like almost like a.
no, it's true. It's you know what, and it's sad for kids and like.
Yeah, my kid, like my child, like was so excited about kindergarten this year. Well, kindergarten has been at home like this whole time for her, and I'm not like part of school is not just the schoolwork. It's kids actually interacting with other kids, dealing with real life issues like bullying. As much as we want bullying to go away, it's not ever going to go away. And
Right.
kids need to learn how to have a thick skin. They need, I'm not saying they need to be bullied, and we need to stop bullying them when we can. I'm anti-bully, so don't get me wrong with that. I'm
Right.
just saying kids need to be faced with those life lessons, and you can't get those life lessons at home. You can't get those life lessons sequestered into homes and on lockdown, especially for a virus that's not posing a threat for the greater majority of the population. It's just not. And believe me, I got my own theories on this thing, and I've been in touch with some peeps, and so I won't go any further into that, but because I can't right now. But
Right.
maybe one day. Maybe one day.
I agree. Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. I mean, and here's another thing too, and I can talk about this. So like I was listening to some because I'm a nerd, I'm a dork. Besides having, massive forearms, I'm a dork and a scientist and all that stuff. And
You said it, not me.
and
Okay,
listening to I listen to other doctors and scientists and their thoughts on things. And so apparently the common cold is a form of coronavirus. And wearing the masks it has contributed to like 50%, is in his mind up to 50% of positive COVID tests from the common cold, bro. So essentially we're testing COVID and it's coming back positive on these analyzers when in fact they could just have a really bad cold. And when you think about it this way. When you get the cold virus, some of those colds make you feel like death, like hard to breathe, like fever, like coughing up your lungs. Like now, so imagine taking one of those common colds and making an aggressive strain of it. Boom, you got COVID. It targets your lungs. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten pneumonia in the last 15 years from just having the common cold.
I had a walking pneumonia and I almost died from
same here. Dude,
Yeah.
Same here. That's so crazy. You almost died from walking pneumonia?
Yes.
Dude, I went to the hospital. I was on a trip when I was in the Navy to learn a certain analyzer in Rochester, New York, right? And I was coughing. I was like on the airplane. I felt bad. Like I was just like, I couldn't control it. And I went to the doctor before that and they didn't see it because it was like an upper lobe pneumonia. Like they just couldn't see it on the x-ray. Well, I got to Rochester. I was lightheaded. I could barely walk. I was weak. I called my wife at home. I was like, I got to go to the hospital. I went to the front desk. I said, call an ambulance. I'm not doing well. And yeah, I went to the hospital. They gave me some good stuff. I was like, I think I was on Dilaudid. Felt really good.
Yeah.
But then they gave me the antibiotics IV and I was better.
Yeah. I mean, well, I ended up going on the Z-Pack or whatever, but it was a walking pneumonia, same situation. There was a really bad pain in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I ended up getting laryngitis, bronchitis. Like I had a fever of 103 or whatever, which, when you feel completely weak and devastated. And, the emergency room was like, if you didn't get in here, you could have filled up with fluid, So they give you something to dry it all up and whatever the situation is. But like, that's the thing though. Like, that happened in my, whatever, my late 20s or whatever. But like, okay. And I'm a smoker. So, but if that would have happened to me and I was,
you got to quit that. You got to quit that.
Okay.
Don't you whip out that condescending sass. I heard that.
Well, what do y'all want me to do? I'm not a big drinker. I don't do other things. It's now quit smoking and be on lockdown. What the hell am I supposed to do around here with myself?
I'm just saying, you got to stop that. Anyway.
Is he done yet? Can you guys call him? Can somebody give him a call?
You smoke.
Who hurt you?
You smoke to your lungs' content.
Thank you for being so supportive, Justin.
I am supportive. I'm supportive.
No, you wanted me. Whatever. It's fine. I'm leaving. We have to go. We have to leave. We have to leave now. We're going. We're leaving. What movie?
No, it's
What
okay.
movie?
Wait, huh?
What movie was that from?
Oh no.
Daniel.
What is it?
Daniel, we're leaving. We have to leave. We're leaving.
Hold on.
We're leaving. I'm going. We're going. Goodbye.
Oh my God. It's like I can't even like
This is Doubtfire with the mask with the restaurant.
I was like so close. I couldn't.
Ooh. It was shaking off like a dog. Sorry, I digress. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I really thought you were like, I gotta go, I gotta leave. And I was like, no, he's quoting something from a movie. No, I know.
So sensitive, my little bear. My little Justin Bear, so sensitive lately. It's that time of the month for him.
Yes, I'm menstruating.
We get that though, without the other stuff. Just mentally.
Can we say that nowadays? Like, can we say that, like, I don't know, like the lines are so like all over the place, right? Like, how dare you say a man can't menstruate?
Yeah, it's like the pearl clutch, like clutching their pearls. Well, I thought, come on, everybody wants to be inclusive. Listen, if you want to all be the same, okay, he, she, him, her, them, they, stapler, then we should be able to have a man period.
Did you see a myriad? Have you seen?
I'm a myriad.
Have you seen? Speaking of the he, she, the pronouns, all that stuff, right? Did you see the TikToks where like Kamala Harris has the she changed her pronouns on like her Twitter or whatever profile it was, and it says he, she, or her, he, she. It says her, she as her pronouns, and all these people are like hailing her, like, oh, that's my vice president right there. Look at her putting her pronouns on it, and I'm like, don't you realize that her, that she, her put a lot of she, hers into male prisons because their anatomy.
They forgot that. They forgot. If you go to my Twitter, so I had a few photos taken down. If you go to my Parlor, my Twitter video up, there's this she, him, her. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm an old school gay. We didn't have any of this shit. So, so there's this whatever guy that like has girls makeup on, whatever, and he's holding up a flag, like a pride flag, and he's like, and then he shows a video of like her in this beaded sequence, like rainbow jacket. I'm like, so the sequence jacket is what did it for y'all? I mean, she looks like a Walmart Selena. I mean,
Walmart Selena.
So she puts a jacket on, and now she's what? The queen. She's a drag queen, and we forgot about all the transsexuals that she put in prison. You guys did it. You ended it. Equality. They're dumb. They're dumb.
It is walking. It's walking comedy. I can't. There's so much. No wonder we have such a fun time on all of our platforms, because it's like an endless treasure trove of funniness. And the funny thing is, like, when the Democrats and liberals decide to try to do it to conservatives, it just comes off as snobby and hateful and insulting. And like, and I'm not saying that conservatives don't do dumb things and aren't allowed to be made fun of, or satire is not allowed to be made, because Bush is funny when he's like saying strategery and dodging shoes. Like, I get it. That's funny stuff, like, but
that was good. That was good stuff.
But like, other than that, they just come, like, I don't know, like, I see it and I don't see any comedy or quality in it at all. But they give it to us. It's like they have to seek it and find it. Like, we just have to like just open our eyes and watch for a second, and we're like, yeah, that's gonna be funny. Like, it's not hard.
Well, it's just like, I mean, Hollywood does it too. You know, you have that Lady Gaga experience with when, you know, just crushing a beer and throwing it on the ground. And it's like, riveting. I'm voting no for Biden. Like, is that really what did it for people? Lady Gaga crushing a beer, throwing it on the ground?
You know what, Anthony? It's the littering for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mentioning every
She
state.
threw that can on the ground. What would have been better is if she had a recycling bin next to her. Okay.
Yeah, it's mentioning every single state that had voter fraud for me.
Next to the gas guzzling truck. How many trees have to die, Lady Gaga? How many?
Data Earth, Green New Deal.
Yes, let's all fly our private jets and let's meet up at the G6 summit.
Yeah, no defund the police, no cops. Do not bring security with
Captain, get me my Fiji water, please. My Voss
you.
water.
Please separate all the red skittles.
This pate is too cold.
Andrew, are you going to get me my lemonade? I'm going to squeeze it through my head.
And don't you bring me any of those paper straws. Give me a plastic one. No one will know.
Cut it in half so I can use it for my cocaine, damn it.
Did you see the picture of Greta Thunberg? That poor girl, right? She's like, I say poor girl because everybody just on the left eggs her on, and like, but I'm like, well, I'm looking at a picture of her on a train with like a bunch of non-recyclable like plastics in front of her that she's eating with and using, and like clearly not gonna recycle,
Right?
But she's like, you've stolen my childhood. You've stolen my dreams. Like, no, your parents stole your childhood.
Right, exactly. Oh my God, what a joke. What a joke.
Yeah, and it's like G6 summit. They're like, we could fly our private jets, burn all that fuel, criticize military flyovers for using too much fuel. But we're just gonna take all our private jets to the hotel, or we could just do a Zoom meeting and talk about these things and really be Earth conscious. I'm gonna fly my jet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my private yacht and throw all my trash overboard on the way around the Keys. You know, it's like, I can't, man. It's great. But anyway, I gotta go.
I know your wife's gonna tell you, hey,
we're gonna go look at some property and stuff.
Awesome, super exciting.
If you're not buying property, you gotta buy property, man.
Well, I need it because when The Walking Dead happens, I need to have a property where I can just put some big old, train.
I'm buying a gun too.
Ooh, well, you're buying a revolver.
I told you what kind of gun I'm getting. A revolver, man. Of course I'm getting.
Oh my God.
If you had to guess, would have you guessed that I was going to get a revolver?
I already, before you even told me, when you said you were getting a gun, I actually imagined a revolver. I was like, there's no way. This guy's not just going to get, a Glock.
A Glock.
Yeah.
The only, like a 6-hour, the only reason I'm getting the revolver is because the forearms can handle the revolver. I can just, you have to have big forearms to like spin the, it's awesome.
Right.
I'm gonna get like the Magnum, the 44 Magnum.
I love it. I can't wait to see it. We need to get together just so we can do a photo shoot with you and the revolver.
It's the most powerful handgun in the world.
And I'm gonna get a long.
Yes. Rick Grimes and Michonne.
Yeah.
They actually were together at the end, right? Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. It's happened. I mean,
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. There are people that haven't watched it. I don't know.
They're together.
But I said spoiler after I said it.
Never.
Anyway. All right, man.
I'm sorry.
As always. As always. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anybody noticed in the picture here, we got some Ant Slap merch here. that was sent to me by
conservativepants.com and get your merch. And
by yours truly, right? And then we got a little Hodge Twins gear, and then I got, look at this. I'm gonna cut the sides off. That's why he left it there. But got the nice protect free speech back, the blue.
Yeah, so we thought it was going to be the full thing, but you know what?
That's okay. Just be able to cut it off.
Yeah.
And then and if you're not, I have limited edition stuff on Teespring right now.
Yep.
It ain't the cheapest, but it is cool. But it's on
really cool too.
Teespring/Boomer Justin. Check it out. And soon, bro, we're gonna have TikToff conservative gear.
I can't wait for that.
So yeah, it's gonna be. I don't want to like. We're kind of a big deal.
We kind of. Daddy Trump, what do you think, buddy? Yeah, we're a big deal.
I totally think that he's totally hugely, quite possibly the biggest deal I've ever come across. The biggest deal of all deals.
I actually wanted to give a shout out to one of our followers. So somebody came to our meet and greet and follows TikTok conservatives, and she made me this.
Dude, look, that is a conservative
ant.
It's your logo, man. Is that made out of what is that made out of?
Wood. They cut it down. It's made out of wood.
Dude.
Sick. I love it.
Listen, if you're a woodworker out there, make my face
like this.
And you have to get all the individual strands and curls.
That would be cool if we had like a picture of me, but like this is you, your straight version, and then me.
Oh, you know, TikTok conservatives. Well, right? And then yes. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay, so you have you like this, and then
yes, we're gonna do it. All I gotta do is just send me a picture, and you know what? You could even just send me a picture of you just like looking straight.
Well,
and I'll just turn your head.
I'll have my iconic hat on, my hoodie. You know the iconic hoodie now.
Yeah.
And I'll just
dude, do it. Send it to me.
Sending it.
It'll be sick.
It's gonna happen today.
All right. All right. As always, man, it was awesome. It's a blast. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.